Annual beating retreat function is currently on at the Attari-Wagah border, witnessing jubilant celebrations each year. However, this year it's slightly different. The function, while being organized at the joint checkpost, is also a low-key affair because there are no spectators due to the outbreak and the threat of COVID-19, and therefore perhaps a lesser charged up atmosphere via the crowd. However, the personnel deployed are ensuring their josh remains high. The first time in history of the joint checkpost that the function will be organized without the spectators. Let's cut across and listen to the music there at the Attari-Wagah.
हाथों में ध्वज लहराते हुए तमाम लोग यहाँ पे नाचते घूमते और देश के इस अद्भुत क्षण का पूरी तरीके से भाई साहब नीचे बैठ जाओ, आगे मत आओ, नीचे बैठ जाओ प्लीज। कितना फिर वही बात। भाई तो थोड़ा ऊपर रखे क्रेन यार। तो भाई साहब, तो भाई ऊपर करना है झंडे के लिए। भाई साहब नीचे बैठो शिवा। भाई इधर आ जाए, भाई इधर आ जा। आगे रख, आगे रख। कोरोना वायरस का अटारी परिसर में बढ़ाने के लिए हार्दिक धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत। नहीं उधर जा रहे तुम दादे यार बेड़ा घर किया आज प्रोग्राम का जितना।
Wagah border security forces personnel organizing and holding that low-key affair. My colleague Manjeet Sehgal is there joining us with all the latest. Manjeet, you must have covered now almost every year, if possible, such functions. How different was it without spectators, without that loud cheering that we see each year on 15th of August? Over to you, Manjeet.
Well, Pooja, hundreds of people used to make advance arrangements to reach and witness the retreat ceremony at Attari Border, but this year, due to the social distancing norms and corona outbreak, people are keeping indoors, and they have not been allowed to take part in this ceremony. We can clearly see both sides, be it India or be it Pakistan. The spectators are missing. There are empty chairs, there are empty stairs where hundreds of people used to sit and used to click photographs. They used to attire themselves in special dresses. They used to paint their faces with tricolor, and people from various states used to come to Attari Border to witness this ceremony. But this year this is missing, and people are just watching this ceremony at their television.
So what else happened today apart from, of course, the usual celebration and music that we see? Was there I could see earlier a reference of lauding the service of the personnel during the coronavirus pandemic as well?
Yes, even the BSF personnel are not untouched. A number of BSF personnel have been found infected with COVID-19, but here at Wagah border, all precautions are being taken, and social distancing norms are being followed strictly. We just witnessed lowering of the flags. Flags were lowered in the same fashion which used to be lowered earlier also. But the only thing which we are missing here is the spectators, and they are not here. And there were hundreds of people who used to sell some artifacts and sell various things outside the border areas, and they used to welcome the people, and the local administration used to make special arrangements for the people. But this has also impacted the local tourism, as people used to book the hotels in advance. The tourism industry is also bearing the brunt of the corona outbreak.
Also, Manjeet, what about the exchange of sweets that is usually seen every year on August 14th and 15th at the Attari-Wagah border?
Well, Pooja, both the sides, we can see be it the BSF personnel or on the Pakistan side, we are seeing the same celebrations on both the sides, and the BSF Jawans and the Pakistan Rangers are dressed in the same dress, and there is same mood on both the sides, which we used to see when the flags were lowered. All ceremonies are taking place as usual, but the fervor is missing.
All right, the fervor is clearly missing. And is the ceremony over for now? Because even while you are there, but I am watching it on the television set, it is clearly a miss that the cheer and the sloganeering that used to come from hundreds of people and from both sides of Pakistan and India. This time it is only the BSF that was there organizing this event?
Yes, only BSF organizing this event. Earlier also BSF used to organize it. They used to be used, and the tight security. We used to hear national anthem and other patriotic songs on both the sides, on Pakistan side as well, and on Indian side as well. But the coronavirus outbreak has impacted the celebrations this year, and this is what we are witnessing here.
And just a question before I let you go. So there were senior officials of the Border Security Force as well present. Did anyone make a speech really, or it was primarily about the beating retreat, about the music, about the songs that were organized today? Manjeet.
Well, Pooja, as far as the music and other ingredients of the celebrations are concerned, everything is in place, and we also heard the music, and it was also played yesterday as well. And it is the first time since 1959 when the Independence Day celebrations started at the point check of the Attari-Wagah border. There will be no spectators to witness the parade. So this is the big thing which we are missing, and this is a formal beating the retreat ceremony being organized by the BSF.
All right. Nevertheless, the beating retreat ceremony there at the Attari-Wagah border has just now got concluded. While the usual cheer and the fervor was missing, however, because it's an annual tradition, it continues. And there you have the visuals just about a short while ago. Now we are cutting across. Take a look. These are the live visuals coming in from the President's estate, from the President's residence. This is the annual event also that takes place, and President Ramnath Kovind there interacting and meeting with the officials. Vice President also can be seen, Venkaiah Naidu. But just take a look. The usual distance that can be seen, masks that are being worn as well by every single individual present there. And the President is giving an address. Let's listen in if he can.
हम सब लोग वर्तमान में 19 के प्रकोप के दौर से गुजरते हैं और इसीलिए इस वर्ष के एट होम फंक्शन के लिए सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग और हाइजीन संबंधी जो गाइडलाइंस हैं उनको ध्यान में रखते हुए एट होम फंक्शन के स्वरूप में कुछ हमने परिवर्तन किया। सामान्यतः आप सब लोगों ने देखा होगा, मैं आप सभी के पास व्यक्तिगत रूप से आता था, पर्व की ग्रीटिंग्स और प्लेजेंटरीज हम आपस में एक्सचेंज करते थे, लेकिन इस वर्ष ऐसा मैं नहीं कर पाया। मुझे एक विशेष जानकारी आप सबके साथ साझा करनी है। आज हमने इस एट होम फंक्शन में दिल्ली में जो कार्यरत हमारे फ्रंट लाइन कोरोना वॉरियर्स उन सबको स्पेशल गेस्ट के रूप में आमंत्रित किया है। इन सभी कोरोना वॉरियर्स में हमारे डॉक्टर्स, नर्सेज, स्वास्थ्यकर्मी, पुलिस पर्सनल, यहाँ तक कि सैनिटेशन वर्कर्स सभी हम लोगों ने पिछले 4 माह के दौरान देखा होगा इनके कार्यों को, और मैं कह सकता हूँ इनके कार्यों को जितना सराहा जाए वो कम है। इन सबके अदम्य साहस और समर्पण के लिए मैं इनको नमन करता हूँ और सलाम करता हूँ। इस अवसर पर मैं चाहूँगा कि आप सब लोग भी एक बार करतल ध्वनि से इनके साथ अब मैं आईटी के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूँ।
That is the President's at-home program. Remember, that is organized twice every year, Independence Day and Republic Day. But of course, as we can see, the difference very clear from the usual at-home events. And to give us information for the latest, I'm joined by National Affairs Editor Rahul Srivastav. Also, Defence Editor Abhishek Bhalla is joining me. Abhishek, first to you, because from Attari-Wagah border celebrations that we saw just a short while ago, now to President at home, the one thing that was very visible was the shadow of the coronavirus pandemic.
Well, that's right. Pooja, this year the entire celebration has been marred by the COVID-19 threat, and that's the reason why even this morning at Red Fort we saw the military personnel who were part of the usual drills. They were wearing masks, and instead of the school children, we had NCC cadets at Red Fort, and similar scenes here at the reception, at-home reception of the President of India, where obviously the usual norms that are being followed of social distancing are in place, and that's visible everywhere, and that's how it's been since this morning. Even at Red Fort, there were arrangements made to make sure that the attendance is at least 50% less than it what usually is, and in fact at the rampart there were only about 100 to 200 guests who were sitting. Usually there are 600 to 700 guests at the rampart itself. So clearly, a lot of efforts have been made to make sure that these social distancing protocols that are being followed was something that was seen in the Independence
Abhishek, stay on with me. Rahul Srivastav also joining us. Rahul, there must have been clearly a lot of checks and balances that must have been done, considering it is such a high-profile event and that had to be organized. So what exactly were the changes that were made? The guest list has been pruned down. So tell us and take us through this event. Or we can now see the CDS as well. We can see ministers, all of them, at least thankfully, wearing a mask and maintaining social distancing.
Pooja, this is a reception hosted by the President of India twice. One of them is on the Republic Day, which is on the lawn, because at that time the weather is beautiful. Right now it's monsoon, so it's inside the convention center, which is inside the Rashtrapati Bhavan complex. Now, usually the total number of invitees exceeds 1,300. I filed a report just a few days back, and I have spoken to senior officials at the President House that this time the list is maximum between 90 to 100. The list has been trimmed down drastically because of social distancing and the COVID-19 protocols. In that, not all cabinet or council of ministers has been invited. Earlier, which used to be all of them. So, more than 60 ministers used to be there at this reception. This time around, all the four people, ministers on the Raisina Hill, and some seniors and relevant ones. That's what the President has said. I've invited not all top bureaucracies, some relevant to the defense, external affairs and others, because diplomats are coming. Judiciary, Chief Justice of India, few senior judges, the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. Apart from that, even diplomats, there has been a very interesting tweak. Instead of calling all the diplomats of the embassies here in Delhi, or the missions, something close to 184 of them, this time representative of various blocks have been called. Say, for example, if the US may be coming through G4 or G8 block, there is a BRICS block through which Russia will be coming in. Interesting to watch. We have not been able to confirm whether the Chinese ambassador has made the mark this time around, because whether he'll be invited as a single standalone. Interestingly, the food has been a problem for the President House this time, because the menu used to be elaborate. But this time around, there's a worry that if you have people serving it directly where people are sitting, then it's a problem. And if you actually have them herding over at the food stall, then it is a problem.
Yes, so all permutations, combinations have been worked out. I'll just wrap with these visuals. President COVID addressing the pandemic as well, Corona warriors who fought through. Prime Minister Modi, External Affairs Minister, Chief of Defence Staff, all senior dignitaries of the country there, but ensuring to wear a mask and maintain social distancing. Thank you so much, Rahul Srivastav and Abhishek Bhalla, for the details. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today from the ramparts of the Red Fort announced National Health Digital Mission, sending out a clear message, it appeared, of health becoming the top priority for the government. Prime Minister also hailed the COVID warriors for their unwavering spirit. Take a look at this detailed report from today morning.
नेशनल डिजिटल हेल्थ मिशन उसका भी आरंभ किया जा रहा है। भारत के हेल्थ सेक्टर में ये एक नई क्रांति ले आएगा। इलाज में आने वाली परेशानियां कम करने के लिए टेक्नोलॉजी का बहुत सुविचारित रूप से उपयोग होगा।
Modi government's message is now clear. The health sector is one of their top priorities as the world battles the COVID pandemic. On the occasion of India's 73rd Independence Day, Prime Minister Modi announced the flagship National Digital Health Mission.
नेशनल डिजिटल हेल्थ मिशन उसका भी आरंभ किया जा रहा है। भारत के हेल्थ सेक्टर में ये एक नई क्रांति ले आएगा। इलाज में आने वाली परेशानियां कम करने के लिए टेक्नोलॉजी का बहुत सुविचारित रूप से उपयोग होगा। प्रत्येक भारतीय को हेल्थ आईडी दी जाएगी। ये हेल्थ आईडी प्रत्येक भारतीय के स्वास्थ्य खाते की तरह काम करेगी।
Each patient will be given an ID card on which confidential medical data from which prescriptions to diagnostic reports will be stored. Doctors, though, will be able to assess the patient's history for a limited period of time for security reasons. Patients will also be able to access e-pharmacies and teleconsultations.
ये तो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण उपलब्धि है देश के लिए, ये तो लॉन्ग अवेटेड है
इसके ऊपर इतने लंबे समय से तैयारियां वगैरह भी हो रही हैं।
Given the ongoing COVID crisis, Prime Minister Modi also spoke on the much-awaited COVID vaccine.
हर किसी के मन में सवाल है, कोरोना की वैक्सीन कब तैयार होगी? देश के हमारे वैज्ञानिकों की प्रतिभा एक ऋषि मुनि की तरह लेबोरेटरी में जी जान से जुटे हुए हैं और भारत में एक नहीं, दो नहीं, तीन वैक्सीन उसके टेस्टिंग के अलग-अलग चरण में है।
During his speech, the Prime Minister also paid tribute to medical workers on the front line of the battle against coronavirus.
चाहे डॉक्टर हो, नर्सिस हो, सफाई कर्मी हो, एम्बुलेंस चलाने वाले लोग हो, किस-किस के नाम गिनाऊंगा? उन लोगों ने इतने लंबे समय तक जिस प्रकार से सेवा परमो धर्मः इस मंत्र को जी करके दिखाया है, ऐसे सभी कोरोना वॉरियर्स को भी मैं आज नमन करता हूं।
Charting this path will not be an easy one, as access to each and every one's data right down to the village will pose some challenges. However, Pradhan Mantri has said that Atmanirbhar Bharat is the call for the country this Independence Day, and India's fast moving in that direction, with now being able to export ventilators as well as produce personal protection equipment along with the vaccines. Not one but three will be made in India. With Anil Jaiswal, Milan Sharma for India Today.
All right, so whether it were citizens or it was film stars, everyone decided to put forth their views on social media and otherwise. And clearly it was a day where I'm also going to wish you Happy Independence Day and hope it will be a freedom of choice for all of us for this great country. Heading into a very short break, don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for staying tuned to India Today.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.